So obviously I'm playing it with a controller, not Kinect, even though it was incubated for Kinect. Now the words we used, and really the thought behind it was, I wanted people to desire the car. I wanted them to stand up, walk towards that sensor, get, kind of up next to the car, want to touch the car, open the doors, really explore that car. And this wasn't just supposed to be for gamers. It was supposed to be for gamers, for people that kind of like cars, for people that were remotely interested in cars. So we had to do a different type of approach to building the car itself. I wanted people to be able to get this sub 6-inch closeness. And it meant building an asset that honestly had not been delivered in games before. And I don't just mean in car games. I mean, this level of detail, this many polys, has just not really been delivered in games to the same degree it is for commercials and for, cinematics done by commercial companies as well as in animation. It also changed the way we did lighting. Because at sub 6 inches, we needed the reflections to work even under, behind the spokes. We needed to work all over the car. We needed the light to softly kind of move across the car itself. And of course, we wanted the cars to be interactive. So that meant having them able to open up, being able to get into the car. And as you expect, being able to start the car, and from here you can drive the car as well, or you can get more information about the car.
No company designs track-ready interiors more elegantly than Ferrari. The 458 Italia incorporates many important driver functions into the Menatino-equipped F1-inspired steering wheel.
Now these points of interest are at different levels. So we have some that are more in, entertainment, and some information about the car, some that are more technical. But we've also entered into a multi-year partnership, and it's a creative partnership with Top Gear. And Top Gear is integrated throughout the entire game. So we have them in community, we have them in the career. They're not just content, but they're actually creative partners. And that means they even provide some of the content itself. So this point of interest, for example, was actually written by Top Gear, recorded by Top Gear. This is all their content. We don't edit it at all.
This is the very latest mid-engined V8 Ferrari, the 458 Italia. Pretty, isn't it? And that's not something you can say about many of their efforts from the last few years. The 430 had a front end like a leering idiot. The 348 looked like it had crashed into a Venetian blind showroom. But this looks just right. Its appearance isn't just for show either. Those black fins in the front grille flex under air pressure, so the faster you go.
I'm going to cut this off so we can keep going. Every car that was selected for Autovista mode was selected based on its unique tour that it was going to give you. We think of these like a platformer level in Mario or something like that, where you're actually walking around the car, exploring points of interest. There's always something cool around the next corner. And so, yeah, a car like this is cool, but honestly, this car, while it has some amazing technology and some amazing materials that makes us do great things with lighting and shaders, it's when you get into cars like the Koenigsegg, where I don't expect most people to know it. In fact, if I spelled it, most people couldn't pronounce it, and when I say it, most people can't spell it. It's a car that's very unknown, but the doors, they kind of telescope out, and then they rotate up, and the dashboard's crazy with all these dials. All of the cars we've put in here, each one is very, very unique, and it's a unique tour. But what's cool is this whole mode, these new shaders, this new level of detail, all of this interactivity, the new lighting model, all of it was actually inspired by incubation from Kinect. And then once we got it going, we actually started hooking a controller up to it, but also revamped our entire lighting model, even for on the racetrack, to really change how the game looks. And that's why we've had such leaps and bounds in how the game looks from Forza 3 to Forza Motorsport 4.